Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, back at it again with another Minecraft video, and today we're going to be ranking every single AP class, or at least the ones still in use today. So I don't really know if tier lists are still something that's popular with the young kids these days, but I was kind of bored and I thought this would be something fun to do. So here we are, tiermaker.com. I made a tier list with all 38 AP classes, so let's get to ranking them. Just as a side note, I've only taken 13 out of the 38 total AP classes, so I'll rank those ones first, and then I'll rank the other 25. I'll rank the other 25 based on my first impressions of them. Basically, I'm going to be ranking these classes by doing a vibe check on all of them. So let's get to it. Which one do I want to do first? Let's start with AP Biology. I took AP Bio this year, and while I didn't particularly dislike the class, I didn't particularly like it either. Some parts of it were kind of interesting, but some other parts of it were kind of boring. So I'd say that overall Bio was a pretty average class for me, so I'll put it at a C tier. Next we have AP Art 2D Design. You know, I don't really consider myself much of an artist. To be honest, the only reason why I signed up for the class was because it was an AP class, which is probably not the best motivation for taking an AP class. I was hoping AP Art could teach me how to be a better artist, but that class was more about doing art than learning how to do art, which for someone who doesn't really know how to do art isn't really that helpful. So I didn't really enjoy that class that much. But I did get a 3 on that exam, which, considering that I don't really know how to make art, is not that bad of a result. I guess I'll put AP Art at a D tier. Next we have AP Calculus AB. So I took it last year as a junior, which normally doesn't happen at my school. So I was taking AP Calc with all the seniors. So I felt pretty cool being the only junior in the room. For the most part, I kinda really struggled in that class, but the few times where I did understand what was going on and I could do stuff correctly, it felt pretty nice. Really touched my heart. So for that, I'll put AP Calc at a B tier, or maybe C tier. B tier? I didn't like it that much. I'll put it at a C tier, but above AP Bio. Next, we have AP Statistics. Where do I begin with AP Stats? I came into that class thinking it would be an easier math class, but it ended up being an easier English class. AP Stats didn't really have me doing much math other than putting numbers into a calculator. So in terms of math skills, I feel like I didn't really learn that much. AP Stats was a pretty easy class, but it wasn't really that interesting for me. I'll put it at a C tier, below Biology. Next up is AP Physics C Mechanics. I guess since they're related, I'll also do Physics C, Electricity, and Magnetism at the same time. I'll rank them together since I took them at the same time. My school didn't offer AP Physics as an in-person class, so I ended up having to take it through some online school. So for this class, we would have all of our assignments assigned at the beginning of the week, and they would all be due at the end of the week. And since this class was online, there was no form of accountability whatsoever, so I ended up doing all of my assignments at midnight the day that they were due, which was pretty rough. Not gonna lie, doing calculus-based physics problems at 2 in the morning the day that the homework is due every single week was probably the lowest point of my academic career. At least so far. I'm sure that for some people, Physics C is the most interesting thing in the world, but for me, physics makes me really sad. So, Physics C Mechanics and Physics C Electricity and Magnetism are gonna go in the F tier. F for Newton's second law. Next, we have AP Spanish Language and Culture. As you guys may or may not know, I really enjoy learning languages. But when it comes to AP Spanish as a class, I feel like I didn't really learn anything. It was more just a repetition of everything I'd already learned and practicing speaking, which is pretty nice, but I feel like I didn't improve that much more from where I already was. But it was a pretty fun class, so I'll put it at a B tier. Next, we have AP English Language and Composition. AP Lang was the first AP class I'd ever taken. I ended up taking it 2 years earlier than other people in my grade because of the way my school worked. Besides that, I feel like my writing improved a lot through that class, like a lot. And those writing skills definitely came in handy when I was writing my college essays. I'd say that if I hadn't taken AP Lang when I did, my college essays probably would not have been as good as they are. AP Lang will always hold a very special place in my heart. So I think that's gonna have to be my first S tier. Next we have AP English Literature and Composition. To be honest, AP Lit felt exactly the same as AP Lang, except not as good. I think maybe if AP Lit was structured a little differently, like if there was an AP World Literature class, I think I would have enjoyed that a lot more. With that said though, AP Lit was a pretty okay class. I'm gonna go with a B. Next, we have AP Psychology. AP Psych was a really interesting... Oh my gosh! Bruh. Like I was saying, AP Psych was a really interesting class for me because I learned a lot of things that were interesting. And now I can also psychoanalyze every single action that I take, which is cool. AP Psych has got to go in the S tier. Next we have AP US Government and Politics. AP Gov was probably my favorite class this year, largely because of our teacher. Our Gov teacher was undeniably the funniest teacher in our school, which made the class all that more interesting. And in the first place, AP Gov is already a pretty interesting class, and I think that everyone should take this class if they can because it's really important to be educated and informed about government. So, AP Gov, easy S class. I'll put it above Psych. Next, we have AP US History. Like AP Gov, APUSH is a really important class to take, especially if you live in the United States. I feel like it's kind of important to know about the history of the country that you're living in. I also really like history in general. Besides all the DBQs that we had to write, APUSH was a pretty fun class. So I think it's gonna have to go in the A tier. Next, we have AP Chemistry. I took AP Chem in my junior year, and I'd say that I was doing pretty well in that class for the first few days. After that, it was all downhill. AP Chem was pretty similar to AP Calc in my experience, in that I had no idea what was going on in that class. So I ended up doing pretty well in that class, but I got completely obliterated by the AP exam. Honestly, I don't remember that much from AP Chem. I feel like if you asked me what a Boltzmann constant was, I would pass out. AP Chem is gonna go in the E tier. So with that, I've finished ranking the 13 exams that I have personally taken. If you guys have any questions about which AP classes you guys should be taking, please just reference this list. It has everything you need to know. With that being said though, we are not done yet because I still have 25 classes to rank. First, we have AP Calculus BC. I already put Calc AP at a C tier, and I know that BC is supposed to be harder than AB, so that means I'm probably going to be putting BC lower than AB because it's harder, which means more work. Not gonna lie, I don't really know what people learn in Calc BC. I think it has something to do with backwards ease. So for that reason, we're gonna put Calc BC in the E tier for backwards E. Next, we have AP Computer Science A. I don't really know much about CSA, but I'm pretty sure this is the one where you learn Java, which I guess is interesting. Considering the fact that I'm going to be attending a school where basically everyone is a CS major, it might have been nice to learn some computer science beforehand. So I'll put CSA in the B tier. Next is AP Computer Science Principles. I don't really know much about this class either, but it's another computer science class, so I'll just put it with CSA at the B tier. Next, we have AP Environmental Science, also known as APES. I don't really consider myself a super big science guy, but I do think it's pretty important to learn about the environment. So I'm going to be putting AP Environmental Science in the B tier. I'll put it above CSA. Next is AP Physics 1. I'm also going to be ranking AP Physics 2 along with it because I don't want to have to think about physics more than I have to. And for that reason, I'll be putting both of these in the E tier because we live in a society. Next is AP Art History. This is one of the classes that I really wish my school offered because every time I had a match for History Bowl or Quiz Bowl, there would be questions about art and music. And for both of those subjects, we knew absolutely nothing. So this would have been a pretty helpful class to have. So I'll put art history at the top of the C tier. Next is AP Chinese Language. This is another one of the classes that I really wish my school had because I've wanted to learn Mandarin for the longest time, but there aren't any classes nearby for me to take them, and all the online resources I've taken a look at haven't been that great, so having an AP class on it would have been really nice. But I do plan on taking Mandarin in college at some point, so I have that to look forward to. With that being said, I'll put AP Chinese Language at the S tier. Next is AP French Language and Culture. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video where I tried to learn 3 languages in a week. I'll link that video somewhere on the screen or down below. But one of those languages was French. I think French is a really beautiful language, and I really wish I had the opportunity to learn it in school. But I have started studying it on my own, and so far I've really been enjoying it. AP French is also going to go in the S tier. Next we have AP German Language and Culture. Again, I really enjoy learning languages, and I really wish my high school offered more language classes than just Spanish. I think it'd be pretty cool if I could have conversations with my German speaking friends. So AP German, I'll put you at the A tier. Next is AP Italian Language and Culture. Italian was another one of the languages that I tried learning in a week, and I've also been making some pretty decent progress in it. I would like to travel to Italy someday, and being able to speak Italian would probably be really useful. So AP Italian, you're going in the A tier as well. Next is AP Japanese Language and Culture. If you know me even a little bit, you already know what tier I'm going to put this in. Becoming proficient in Japanese has always been one of my lifelong goals. Being able to have conversations with Japanese people, being able to watch anime without subtitles, being able to read manga without having to wait for translations, that would be the dream. AP Japanese, easy S tier. S for Sugoi. Next is AP Latin. Having an understanding of Latin is going to come really handy when you're trying to learn the other Romance languages, and it would also be really cool if I could read all those Latin phrases that I see around. I'll put it at the bottom of the B tier. Next is AP Music Theory. I know there are a lot of people that are really into music, but unfortunately I am not one of them. But I still think it would be pretty good to have a at least decent understanding of how music works. So I'll put AP Music Theory in the D tier, but I'll put it above 2D Art and Design. Next is AP Comparative Government. This is another one of the classes that I'm interested in because I don't really know that much about other countries' governments, but I think it would be good to know more about them. And it would also be helpful for getting a more globally minded education. AP Comparative Government, I'll put in the B tier. Next is AP European History. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty into history, so another history class is always welcome in my books. But I feel like a lot of European history is already covered in APUSH and in AP World History, so I'll put AP Euro in the C tier. Next is AP Macroeconomics, which I'm also going to rank together with AP Microeconomics. I don't really understand how the economy works. I know macro is large-scale economy and micro is small-scale economy, but I literally have no idea what any of that means. But I would love to learn about how money works. So I'll put macro and micro in the B tier. I'll put them above AP Environmental. Next is AP Seminar, which I'll rank together with AP Research because those two classes are taken together as part of the AP Capstone program. And I've been told that the AP Capstone program is basically like CollegeBoard's version of the IB diploma. and the IB program sounds like a lot of work that I probably would rather not do. I don't really know how seminar and research work, if you can pick your own topics or whatever, but if you could pick your own topics, I could see how that class could be interesting. Giving it the benefit of the doubt, I'll put seminar and research in the D tier. Next is AP drawing, which I'm gonna rank together with AP Art 3D design because they're both art classes and I'm not a super big fan of making art for a grade. I don't really know how I feel about College Board judging my artistic talent. Having gone through 2D design, if I were given the option to take drawing and 3D design, I definitely would not. For someone who is not really that artistically inclined, AP art classes are not that fun. I would much rather just make art in my free time than to have College Board judge my art abilities. So I'll be putting these two classes in the F tier. Next is AP Human Geography. The only time I've ever taken a geography class was in 6th grade, and it was pretty nice. I've also been told that Human Geography is a really easy class, which is really nice. And for that, I'll put AP Human Geography in the B tier. Next, we have AP World History, Modern. If this was just AP World History, it would be an easy A, but given that they've cut out all of ancient history, I'm gonna have to deduct points for that. I know that they split world history into 2 classes for the sake of pacing, but I think ancient history is more interesting than modern history. If ancient history was already released, I would have ranked it together with modern history and put it at an S tier, but since it is just modern history, I am gonna have to put it at a B tier. Last, we have AP Spanish Literature. Like I mentioned earlier, I think an AP World Literature class would be really interesting, where you can read literature from different parts of the world, and I think that's what Spanish literature is trying to kind of get at. I think a Spanish lit class could be kind of fun. So I'll put Spanish lit at a C tier. And there we have it. Here is my tier list for all 38 AP classes. So if you guys are ever wondering which AP classes you should take, please take a look at this list because it has all the answers you could ever hope to look for. I'll also leave a link to this tier list in the description below so that you guys can try it out for yourselves. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this tier list, what you guys agree with, what you disagree with, or even what your tier list would be. This video is probably going to be really long, so if you've made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate you. With that being said, I think that's going to do it for today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe for some more great content like this. That's all for today, folks, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!